Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Doom.
Dude, try Australia.
Oh, it's like 300 ping.
Yeah, but at least people are awake there.
People are awake in Australia. But don't you think it? But don't you think he'd kind of be at an unfair advantage
Go
in
on.
Australia? Because he'd be right side up, and they'd all be upside down. I feel like that'd be a little bit of a
No, Matt, it's an
unfair advantage.
Australian lobby. He's the upside down one to them.
Oh, okay. So he's at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. That's like playing with like a challenge.
Yeah.
I play upside. Well, couldn't he just turn his monitor upside down and then be on even playing field?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. I mean, your crosshairs in the middle of your screen doesn't
That's
change
dishonorable,
when you flip it
though.
over.
Dishonorable.
Why?
But fun fact, Matt.
Yeah.
That's actually why video games give you the option to have inverted camera controls.
Oof, thank God.
Oh, so for Australians.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want, because if they come into like a LAN party in the United States, you don't want them to feel uncomfortable.
Right, of course.
Oh,
Oh my God, Matt, you got to get out of here. The Grand Wizard is here.
Oh my God, no! Call the police. Wait, no, don't call the police. Call the police. Grand Wizard's phone starts ringing. Oh no! What do I do?
Yo, it's okay. Fit Tony will save you.
Oh God, Fit Tony. Yeah. Yo, you wanna hear something?
Oh, I want to hear a great many things.
Want to hear something? It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Fenning went to Newburyport last week.
Okay. For what?
I wanted to take some pictures. I've been getting into
Okay.
photography. Photography is I'm getting back into it. It's my thing now.
Are you getting
Good,
ocean
good.
pictures? Because Newburyport's in the port on the coast, right?
Yeah, no, I did not
that's
take
why
a
it's called
single
port.
picture of the. I did not take a single picture of the ocean.
No?
No, that's lame. What's in the ocean? It's just blue.
Wait, this is you guys went back after
Mhm. Yeah, the Monday after we went.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you taking pictures of?
Not just anything I could find. I got a cool picture of a car, a really nice car that was just parked
I
there.
thought you hated cars.
I mean, they make good pictures.
Did you take a picture of a aspiring lawyer?
They're not. Shut up. I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say anything. Although, can I actually first? So yeah, I got a picture of a car, and then I took a picture. What was the other picture I got there? It's on my Instagram. What was it? Oh no, I got a picture of the train seat. I got a cool aesthetic shot because like the train was like right up against like a tree. So
Matt,
like,
I'm
the
sorry to
windows
interrupt,
come
but I
up
just
like
killed the
grass.
Grand Wizard for you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You're really doing us proud, really keeping the streets safe over there. You know what you don't got to worry about is the streets of Newburyport, because that place is white as hell.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went into some of the stores, and I'm like, I kept saying Fanny, like, Fanny, this place is so white.
The white girl's paradise.
There was like there was that one store that when we went by, it had the floor mat that was like, "We are stoned" or something. It was like some weed joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was weirdly, like, the store was like weirdly based, and then how they'd have like stuff for like, I forget what it was. It was some. It's like, it was woke. Like, they had stuff that was like making like little silly puns. Like, they had like stoner stuff there, but it was like weirdly like for like woke old people. Like it was like white. It was like old boomer white person humor, but also like kind of based at the same time. It was really weird.
That sounds like Newburyport.
Yeah, and it's like we're not like racist or bigoted here, but we still have the same like we think puns are funny kind of humor. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was a weird like duality of man that was going on there. And I also one time mentioned to Fanning, I was like, I have not Fanning, have you seen a single black person while we're here? And he's like, no. And I'm like, good. Like me neither.
So you went with just Fanning?
Yeah.
How the fuck did you get there?
With train, bro.
Oh, okay.
You know how often I take the train? Do you
Really?
know how often I take the train?
No, I get that, but
But what happened while we were out there was we were walking around this like kind of like mall area. It's actually kind of cool. But we saw some kids that were just like hanging out at like just like a table outside, and I'm like, it's 12 o'clock on a Monday. Shouldn't it be
just to specify, when you say kids, like how old?
like probably like maximum age 14?
Okay, so like middle school.
Yeah. But we saw the kids. I'm like, it's like noon on a Monday. Shouldn't they be in school? And then we just didn't like think about it or anything after that until we went to the pizza bagel place, the pizza slash bagel place.
Abe's.
I think that's what it was called. It was really good. It was really good.
Abe's is so good.
I got a sandwich, on a bagel. It was insane. But what happened that was kind of weird. What happened that was kind of weird was as we're leaving, these like one person that's been standing there for a little while is just standing there, and then one person comes in and they just like start talking to each other, and they start talking about like, oh, kids got school today, and you're like, no, yeah, they're just starting late. Like they answered our question that we had earlier, like they were NPCs giving us a clue. And like it sounded like the way they're like, kids going to school today? Yeah, they're going in late today. Like they sounded like NPCs that were giving backstory. And Fanning and I were walking. I walked out. I was like, Fanning, did that seem like NPC dialogue? And he was like, he thought the exact same thing because they didn't come in together. They were just two random people. I mean, maybe they know each other. It seems like the small place, everyone knows each other kind of deal. Or maybe that's what it was. But it was too perfect, and it answered our question. The question we had earlier. And I'm like, that's real life NPC dialogue.
Bruh, that's how Newburyport be.
Well, wait, they were going into school late?
I guess it was like a late start day or something.
The fuck is a late start day?
I don't know. Fanning and I spent the whole time looking. We're like, I have not seen a single school while we were here. We eventually found it.
Bro,
walking around,
like fancy looking.
Yeah, man. Place is weird. Doesn't feel real.
Why'd you want to go to Newburyport specifically?
Because I had gone to Boston already. I went to Boston the day before. And then I want to go to Newburyport because Fanning, Georgia, and I went there to go to a record store that's out in there. And I was like, this place looks really cool. And it was like the downtown was really cool, like plenty of walking space because I'm a sucker for that. And I'm like, I want to come back here and just like check it out when we have a little bit more time.
Okay.
And then I just had mentioned to Fanning before I was going to bed. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Newburyport tomorrow. And he's like, I'll join you. And I'm like, sick, bro.
So I checked the Newburyport school calendar.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing listed for that day that would indicate a late start or anything.
I don't know, man. The NPC. Then why did they make the NPC say it? Why did they code it into the game? I don't know. So that's what they said, and it checked out.
Bruh, NPCs are whack. I saw one on TV today.
You saw an NPC on TV?
Yeah, it was on HGTV. They were looking at this ugly house, and I'd be like, this is perfect. And the guy smiled, like that perfect NPC smile that you can just know someone coded into the game.
Was it like one of those like shows where it's like she runs yoga classes, and I'm a freelance photographer. Our budget is $2 million on a house. So like one of those shows.
Yeah, it's like a I buy feet pics. He grooms dogs. Our budget is $3 million.
And we're looking for a place. We're looking for a safe neighborhood for our kids. It's like, what the fuck? What?
Dude, I prefer the opposite. Where they're like, oh, I work as a cafeteria worker. He works as a janitor. We have 5 kids and we need a 5-bedroom house for $20,000.
Let's go. And they're like,
It's
we're gonna
like,
find it.
Bruh.
Like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
And you wonder why like the older generation doesn't understand why people aren't buying houses. Because their media is all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. Damn, bro. That was my 2 days. Oh, Jordan, can I say what I had said to you when we were in Newburyport that day?
Yes, of course you can. Also because I don't remember.
It was it was when I said I hate your ex-girlfriend more than you do.
What?
Oh yeah. I don't remember why you said that.
Oh, because
Oh yeah, because she lives in.
because they live in a studio apartment that is literally like you could do a quick jump from the train station to the apartment.
Yeah, literally.
Which it would be perfect for me. Also, they work in a nice, like, walkable downtown where it's like a quick, like it's like and it's all nice and pretty. But like, I'm jealous. This is perfect for me. What the fuck are you doing here?
Breaking
And
hearts and stealing. I don't know.
Oh well, we know. Oh, we know.
Not returning my stuff.
You got your stuff back now, right?
Yeah, no,
he
I
got
got it all back.
Yeah, you got it back. That was.
Okay. I was like, are you missing something else?
The saga's
No.
over. The saga is over.
Is it ever truly over them?
Well, no. Well,
Yeah. What the fuck you mean? Yeah, it's over.
That's
well, you never know.
what I want you to think.
Wait until you're just looking for something one day, and you're like, I haven't seen that in a while.
God
It's
damn.
okay. The offer to break in is always on the. Hey, if you ever need to assemble a team, Georgia, you know I'm there. That's all I'm saying, dude. If you ever need to assemble a team, you don't need to put on the whole like get everyone together and be like, all right, I'm putting together a team. I'm just gonna.
Wait,
join
you
your
don't need the
team."
montage, but the montage is the best part.
Well, I'll help them with the montage.
Oh, you're letting it together?
We're doing the montage. We're just not doing the. He doesn't need to convince me.
You just walk in. He just walks in. You're just like, say no more.
Say no more. I'm in. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, it beats what I'm doing now. Okay,
We ball,
very good.
dude. We ball, man. Bro. When's Dust coming back, guys?
Next week.
Bruh.
I miss Dustin.
I told you next week.
Next week. Oh, next week.
I know things haven't been the same ever since the accident.
No, it wasn't the accident. He got canceled before the accident.
Well, he got canceled, and then in a fit of rage, he went away, and then there was the accident, and now the trial is still ongoing. But luckily, they are letting him go on the camping trip, so that's cool.
Yeah, I really can't believe he managed to pull that off.
Well, what are those plea deals?
Yeah, that's a word.
You know, yeah, those things. Yeah,
Another
he
word for
took
it as a bribe.
Well, yeah. Well, no. He agreed to sell out his accomplices in exchange to be able to go on the
What?
camping trip. Yep.
Shit.
Oh yeah, we were all a part of it. We get to go on the camping trip. We don't get to come back from the camping trip. We are going straight. We are going straight from the campsite to solitary confinement.
Yeah, so so next week will be our camping episode, I guess.
Dude.
You know, the obligatory camping podcast episode.
Of course,
that everyone has.
I want to start, dude. I've seen a couple of podcasts and they do in like weird places sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There's one podcast, it's called Safety Third.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of
that sounds like my kind of podcast.
It's like a bunch of like science and like engineering and YouTubers. But they have a podcast where they just kind of do stuff, and they did one in like some town. I forget where it was, like an abandoned town that this guy owns, or some guy owned.
As you do.
Yeah, he like owned an abandoned town, and they did a podcast at the bottom of a mine, and it was really cool.
All right, hear me out, Matt. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm half joking, half serious with this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Podcast. Outside, next to a dumpster, guest starring a homeless man.
No, I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because that's exploitative as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Why is that exploitative?
Rob, I bet you watch those YouTube videos of those dudes giving homeless people stuff.
Why is that exploitative?
Because we're just using him because he's homeless and making a point of it.
We don't have to mention that he's homeless.
Oh my god. That sounds worse.
No, I'm just saying that before. I'm not saying like we crashed.
Today we have Greg.
He's
No,
I'm saying we find someone and we ask them, hey, would you want to do this? And then we talk to them.
Oh yeah, it's a little easily. He's
not exploitative. It's not like we're making any money.
He is okay. I guess that does kind of help. Yeah, I know that.
Start filming and run up to this homeless man and be like, "You're on our pod." I'm not saying that. I'm saying we go about it the right way. We talk to the guy beforehand. We say, "Hey, we do this podcast. We're very interested in hearing from someone who's on hard financial times about what had happened and maybe what people can do to help people like in your position. Would you be willing to talk?" Like, you phrase it in a way where you're getting permission and it's not solely exploitative.
The way it's just funny. I mean, I knew from the beginning that you meant it with the best intentions, but the way you said it sounded like that.
You and Georgia reacted. I'm literally like, shit, am I getting canceled now? I'm like, I don't think what I said is really that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I come from, there was a type of person when I was in college, more just being when I'm around a bunch of like, I guess art people, right? A lot of video and photography video, where like one of like the worst things that a lot of people there are people that will just like go like take pictures of homeless people, and they do it under the gaze of like I guess that's not the right word.
Guys.
Under the guise, yeah, not the gay. They do it under the homosexuals
Straights.
of no. They do it under the guise of like, oh, I'm just trying to bring awareness to this thing, and it's like, no, you're just using them. It's like you're using them for clicks, basically.
I know that's what
Uh,
people are thinking Mr. Beast was doing.
Yeah,
And
when
it's
he
like, to a
yeah,
certain extent, he is.
it's like
But
it's a
like,
yeah,
he
it's a
is also
different
genuinely helping them.
it's a very different scale with that.
Yeah, that's
It was like
almost yes, but it's kind
Mr.
of
Beast
acceptable.
blinds 1,000 people.
Oh my god.
But that is kind of immediately where my mind went with that. There is another podcast that does they I don't know what their regular format is, but it does involve doing a podcast with just like random people. And one thing that they did was they had a like they were on stage at like this like kind of like small venue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
they had one guy just like leave and like go try to find people. And then like they were
Okay.
on the phone with them the whole time. And
Uh-huh.
then they would get him to come back to where the venue is. And then when they brought the guests back, they had the whole crowd because it was a live audience. They had the crowd cheer for the random person as they came in. And then they just
Nice.
kind of talked to him. They just kind of interviewed him
Right.
about what they're doing. There were some interesting characters. It was really cool. Uh but I do like the idea. Did your game crash or something, bro?
Yep. I was trying
Nice.
not to make it be a big deal.
No,
Wouldn't be the
dude,
first time something like that's
would not be
happened
the first
on the
time. This guy builds
podcast.
computers, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Bruh,
A resident tech expert.
you're acting as if I could
Dude.
control the game from crashing. The game
Dude,
I
Jordan,
speaking
never
of-
built.
actually, Jordan, don't worry. I got my tech. Let me ask my tech guy about
Hmm.
this.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Georgie. So this guy, his PC keeps crashing every game he plays. Like, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe you should help him out.
Well, I think maybe you should cut him some slack and shut the fuck up.
No, but I like the idea of doing just doing podcasts in random places because it's the easiest thing to do.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna sit here and be like, I like the idea of asking random people to join our podcast, I'm gonna look you in the eye and say, there's no shot you are walking and approaching anyone.
Yeah, I mean, but that was just something I wanted. Yeah.
I would. I'll do it.
Do it, man.
Dude, I'll do a podcast where I walk around and try to find people. Although the scary thing is, we record at night, so like anyone I find is gonna be drunk
That's a little sketch.
or looking for trouble or both. Yeah, that's really sketch.
I'm looking for trouble.
Or make it double. Speaking of our tech support friend Georgia, dude, you got Windows 7 working for me.
Yep.
Did we talk about that?
No, so I wanted to get
first
yeah, I was gonna say. So I wanted to get a emulator for Windows so that I could run old CD-ROM games. But first started trying to get, what was it, Windows 98 we tried?
You wanted Windows 95 originally.
So I tried 95, and for whatever reason, we could not get it to work on my computer. You got it on yours fine, right?
98, yeah.
98. You got 98 on yours. So. And then eventually I was like, we could probably do this with Windows 7. And then we got Windows 7 working. Yay!
Yep.
Also, update that you guys don't know about. So last I talked to you all, the audio was really kind of fucky.
Mm-hmm.
I am like 95% sure that the issue is actually with the disc.
Ooh.
Because I tried a different disc and the audio was perfect.
Physical media is dead.
And I looked at the disc I had, and it actually is pretty scratched up.
Yeah, that's probably it then.
Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to get a different disc. Well, actually, I tried downloading an online version, like an emulated version.
Mm-hmm.
And I had tried it before, and I couldn't get it to work before. So yeah, we'll just have to see. I forgot to actually. I downloaded the thing a while ago, earlier today, and then I totally forgot to try to see if I can get it to work. So I guess I'll do that for the rest of this podcast.
But
Bro, I have
yeah,
some.
the reason Windows 95 and 98 did not work was one, I didn't try to look for 95 because I was like, damn, 98 would probably be better. But yeah, your processor is too new.
Lol.
It's
Because that makes sense.
I
no,
remember it got to the
does.
point where I was saying, "Hey, should I get an emulator to run an emulator?"
Mhm. Okay, we're in there. We're
Huh.
just emulate. Okay, I start at like Vista, right? And
I can
emulate
get you
all
Vista if you want.
the way to 11, exception wise, one version at a time. I want to run Vista, and then I want it to go all the way up until 11 in each one, like Inception. Can you do that for me, Mr. Techman?
Yeah.
Wow, that was easier than I thought. Bro, I have something I want to know if there's any updates on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
What's
talked
that?
about well, what, 2 episodes ago? That was the last time Georgia was on. 2 episodes ago,
I don't know.
2 or 3, when you did Spyro. That was 2 episodes ago, I think.
Maybe that was
Yo,
2
only
weeks
2
ago.
more achievements.
Yo, you talked about you talked a little decent about how you were trying to buy Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and there I feel you told me that there's been a little bit of
Oh
yeah,
my fucking
there's been
Mhm.
a little bit has happened in your quest for that game, and I was
Yeah.
like, he hasn't talked about that on the podcast yet, so I'm like, I kind of want to just bring it up and
So
see how that goes.
yes, I've been trying to get a copy of XD Gale of Darkness for so long. And every single time as the months went on, I kept raising the amount I was willing to pay on the game. So at first I was like, alright, I'll pay like $80 for this game. Alright, fine, I'll pay $90 for this game. Alright, fine, I'll pay $100 for this game. Finally I said, you know what? Fuck it. I just need to buy the fucking game. So I spend $165 on this
It's a lot of
game.
money. It's a lot of money.
A week goes by and the game hasn't shipped. I'm like, what's going on? I look at this guy's reviews. Everyone's talking about how he's just a scam.
Bruh.
And so at this point, I'm messaging him and I'm like, dude, what's going on? No reply. Just the other day, I look, he has this listing on eBay for XD Gale of Darkness again. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Bruh.
So I'm like, okay, this is obviously not happening. So then I call my bank because I'm like, I need to report this as fraud. And then basically they're like, yeah, you need to wait 30 days to prove that it's fraud before you can try to get your money back. So at the moment, I'm out $165.
Giga oof.
So naturally, I got a second copy of XD Gale of Darkness. This one is actually shipped. And
Okay.
estimated delivery is by this Wednesday.
Nice.
Actually, I can
Nice.
I can view the tracking number right now. Let's see here. What's it doing in Portland?
Which one?
Oregon.
Dude, some dude in Portland, Oregon's about to swap out your disc with a piece of paper.
Shut up. Honestly, I forgot. I don't know where I bought this from, so it's possible that's just where
How much did you end up paying on this one?
less than 165, 160.
Oh, okay.
But still more than I would have liked, but I really just need a copy of the game at this point.
Yeah, because you got your thing going on. You needed it.
Yeah, because I don't want to emulate that game again. Emulating it's kind of sketch.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
I also bought a my third keyboard for a Pokemon typing game.
Wait, like a special keyboard for the game?
Yeah, so there's this Pokemon talking about obscure Pokemon games. There's this Pokemon game called Learn with Pokemon Typing Adventure for the DS. And it never released in the US. It only released in Japan and Europe. And it is quite literally a Pokemon game that teaches you how to type on a keyboard. Now, it's a DS game, and those of you who know the Nintendo DS will know that the DS does not have a keyboard.
True.
True.
Well, PictoChat had a keyboard, but
PictoChat had a keyboard, but that's not going to teach you how to properly type. So what they did for this game was they released a peripheral that connects, I believe it's via Bluetooth, and it's just a keyboard.
On the DS?
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, just
That
you
should
just
have Bluetooth?
Yeah.
So what? You just but keep your DS like propped up.
Yes,
Like,
in
and then you
theory,
type
what
on
you would do, is you would put your DS on a. I think when this game first came out, it came with the keyboard, it came with the game, and I think it came with a little stand to prop up your DS on.
Oh, okay.
Then, so here's where it gets fun. So about a year ago, I bought the game, right?
Mhm.
And the game itself on eBay is not that expensive, but getting the keyboard can be annoying. So I got the copy of the game, a European PAL copy of the game, and the game is basically impossible to play unless you have a keyboard.
The specific
So,
keyboard.
yes, because you can't, from as far as I can tell, you can't just connect any keyboard to a DS.
Interesting. Okay.
So I bought a keyboard off of eBay, and I could not get it to hook up to the game.
Damn, I don't
And
remember you calling me about that one.
And I messaged the guy and I'm like, hey, it doesn't seem to be working. And he said, oh, okay, sorry about that. And he refunded. So, and he said, just keep it.
Oh.
So then I got a second
Valiant man.
keyboard. Then I got a second keyboard. And that one also didn't work. And at this point, I'm like, something's going on here. And I do a little bit of investigating and I realize the issue. The issue is, and in hindsight, kind of an obvious issue. The issue was that I was trying to use the Japanese version's keyboard on a PAL cartridge of the game. And apparently the keyboard will only connect to the Japanese cart or something. Like, they're not compatible, I guess.
Wait, so you had a Japanese keyboard, but a European
game.
This Japanese keyboard, though, looks like a normal keyboard.
So you scammed that guy.
By accident, yes. So
you're the scammer.
Yo, you still got the keyboard?
I have both of them, yeah. So now I have a third keyboard that I bought. This one's actually the European version, though. So we're gonna see if I can get this one working.
Can I have one of the Japanese keyboards?
Can I have the other?
I mean, I guess. I don't know what you want it for.
I mean, I'll find a use.
To mount on my wall.
I mean, they're worth some money, so
we'll call it an exchange for the green screen.
You know what? Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
All right, now how about
have we ever talked about the green screen?
I mean, can I have one because you got yours for free from the scamming that guy?
We'll see.
Did you ever find? Have you figured out your green screen? Like why it was messed up?
I can't figure out the lighting issue.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
But did we ever talk about you giving me the green screen?
I don't think so.
I'll probably you heard about this, right?
Yeah, I told Georgia about it.
Oh yeah.
So Matt gives me a green screen.
But wait,
Out of the kindness of his heart. Yeah, you can set that.
no, I'll explain why I had two of them.
Okay.
I had two of the Elgato branded green screen. The one that there's two versions of it. There's one that lifts up from the ground, and there's one that you like mount on the ceiling and pull down. They're both like the floor one. I got one like what was it? It was like January. It was like a year ago, January. I bought it because I wanted to use it for a couple projects that I had in mind. But then I bought it used, which was stupid of me because I never buy anything used because it always never works out for me. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna save the $20 on this one and buy it used. Bad idea. It didn't. There was a part that was broken and I couldn't fix it. So the green screen just kind of sat there in the corner of my room for a year until I bought another one. Now, Matt, you might be wondering. You might be wondering, Matt, why didn't you just return it? Well, you see, I only had a month to return it, and I'm not very good at remembering to do things. So I wasted about 2 weeks of that month that I had to return it, not doing anything. And then those last 2 weeks I had COVID, and I didn't really want to give a green screen that's been sitting in a COVID room for like 2 weeks. I didn't want to just give it to some UPS guy and be part of the problem. So I missed my window on it. It just sat stationary in my room for a year until I realized that I really wanted that green screen. So I just bought another one because I'm smart with money. I was like, this problem can be solved just by me buying another one. So that's what I did.
That money could have gone towards your $550 fund.
Dude, I could have. I really want it. But then Rob looked at my green screen. And he was like, "Ooh, fancy," and then he asked me what it was. So, and as I'm being like, "Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the green screen and how much it is, and here it is." And I look over in the corner of my room and I just see that green screen that's just been sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, that's right. It's just there." So I told Rob that he could have it because I'm a good friend.
He was a very nice friend, so he gave me this green screen, which had, a couple issues with it. And I brought it all.
Hey, it was broken.
Yeah, I had some issues with it. And I mentioned him to my dad, and he took a look. And within a couple hours, he had it fully fixed.
Hey, man. Something I could not do.
Yeah, something that I know I tried to fix it on my own as well, and I could not figure it out either. But my dad is smart when it comes to stuff like that.
It's that he's got more years on me. That's all I can say.
So,
got a couple more years on me.
So good news, I have a fully working green screen. Bad news, I can't get the lighting to save my life.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to go over your house one day and see if I can figure it out from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason, it must be your camera.
Maybe
it must be something with your camera because the color it just isn't coming through right. So instead of the green screen being green, it's just coming in as like a murky gray, which isn't very good for contrast. So so I tried having him like mess around with like the color settings in OBS to just try to get as much green out of it as possible to hopefully make it be like the key work, but it wasn't. I want to go and just bring my camera and then just see if the lighting in your room is actually just that bad, but I doubt it. I feel like it's like your camera is just there's probably just some like color setting that's weird. That's just messed up. But we have I realize that we have a very we have like a trade-based economy kind of going on in our friend group now.
Yeah.
Where we all have our niche things that we know.
Yeah.
So we just kind of trade services.
What the fuck is my niche thing?
I don't know. And I meant to talk to you about that.
Oh, shit.
You're not really contributing to the greater good. So if you could
well, the issue is that like the one thing that I would be able to help with, which is like streaming and stuff, you also know.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to expand your repertoire a little bit, no, don't sell yourself short. You're the camping guy.
True, I am the camping guy. True.
You're the camping guy.
True.
Yeah, that's your thing. That's your
True.
thing. Yeah.
All right,
I said
go.
I wanted to go camping, and Rob made it happen.
Cool. I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
Now the question is, what does Dustin have?
He's just there for the vibes. He provides the vibes.
He provides the vibes.
Yeah, he does. He provides it when he's actually here.
Yeah.
He's here.
He keeps me sane during D&D most of the time.
Dude, D&D, what's going on there?
What's D&D, man?
Bruh.
I don't know.
How do I
what's my
drag
character's
in these
name?
dungeons?
Dude, we're not doing many dungeons or many dragons. Dude, Dustin's gonna get his laptop back. I miss him.
Dude.
Miss him a lot. I saw him the other day.
Hey, Dad.
When I was walking home from the train station.
Oh, yeah, you had mentioned this.
Yeah, I went by a Walgreens and I saw that there was a mail truck at the Walgreens, and then I looked and I saw that there was a Dustin by the mail truck.
Mm-hmm.
And from the other side of the street, I was like, Dustin, it's me, Dustin. And I kept waving, and he waved at me. And then I crossed the street, and then I waved again, and I kept waving until he got into the truck. And now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wave to him when he's driving.
Mm.
He's just waving, and he just like crashes into a building. And I'm like, oh no,
Bruh.
this isn't what I wanted at all.
Huh.
Yeah, it was nice. He's alive. This is crazy how they're still letting him work while the investigation's ongoing.
I know, really.
I thought he was supposed to be on house arrest, but I guess
Just like damn,
Guess it
gotta
does-
pay his bills.
yeah, so I mean, hey, I mean, you're under house arrest, but rent's still due. That's what that's so you know how it is.
So Matt, PSI,
Yeah.
new summoning assault video dropped.
Yo. What is it?
Funny enough, it is a game I was playing very recently. Halo 2.
Overwatch? No.
Bruh, can we talk about Overwatch?
Halo.
Yeah,
2.
go ahead. Sombra is so cute, right?
Don't let them distract you. Don't let Blizzard distract you.
Distract me from what?
The fact that the PvE is dead. PvE is
I
dead.
keep hearing contradicting things. Because now some people are like, no, PvE is not dead.
The apologists.
I don't know what's going on.
They put a developer update saying, "Hey, we're not giving up on PvE,"
All right.
but it
Hey,
sounded like they were just making excuses the entire thing. It was a lot longer than it needed to be.
Hey, Rob, bro.
Yeah.
I am
like
going
those-
to give you. I'm gonna give it to you straight, man.
Yeah?
I'm gonna
Well,
give it to you.
Give it to me bye, because I'm bi.
I'm gonna. No, because you see the bisexual approach to this is being like, yeah, I mean they got rid of PvE, but they're not totally getting rid of PvE. Like pick a side, whatever. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna give you as heterosexual as hell. All right.
Okay.
Does this analogy make sense?
Not really, but go on.
Good, because I feel it. I don't think it made sense either. I was just kinda
No.
hoping.
You lost me a little bit.
I was kind of hoping Rob would just would like just say yes and like validate it, and then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm in the clear. I didn't need to validate, but that didn't work out.
Go on.
So ignore that. So basically, when I say PvE is dead, I'm talking about what they had shown at like a BlizzCon years ago, and like what they had talked about, where it's like PvE missions, but you can like level up your characters, and you can have like different abilities. Like for example, there was one that I was really excited for where you could be Mei and you turn to your ice block, but instead it turned into a ball, and you like bowl over robots and stuff. Like you could like
So you're
crazy
trying to become
ability,
wrecking ball in a way?
like crazy abilities like that.
Mm.
Some stuff that you may or that may or may not have been where the April Fool stuff came from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
because I guess they used them somewhere because but there was like a whole build of this that was playable to people at BlizzCon, right? There was a whole mission that was done. There was a whole use skill trees and level up and all this cool stuff that was kind of in an addition to the kind of PvE missions that they had already made, which were like
the whole reason they went from Overwatch 1 to
Overwatch
giving it a 2.
Yeah, that was the 2. The 2 was that they took the few like the archives missions where they you do some lore and you fight some robots as a team. That it did exist in the game, but they're like, we're going to expand upon that a ton. It's going to be its own standalone thing. There's going to be so much replayability, because that was the big thing about the first PvE missions, is that you play it once, you're done.
You kind of don't need to play it again.
No, you play it we play it. I mean, we played it a couple times to like grind the skins or whatever, but that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But and so the huge expansion on that.
Now.
Yeah. You have to pay for skins now, which is insane. But the expansion on this part of the game that a lot of people actually loved, because the big main reason a lot of people like Overwatch is specifically for the characters and the lore and the high resolution models that have made the porn that has carried this game's lifespan for a lot longer than anyone wants to admit.
Yep.
But like the story and the characters are like what a lot of people like. So a lot of people really like the PvE missions that they did every now and again. So now it's like, and then they said, we're going to make them really good. It's going to be really involved, infinite replayability. It's going to be great. We're going to do all of these things. And also we're going to finally fix the PvP, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fix double shield, and we're going to get back into actually updating the game. And that in itself was Overwatch 2.
Okay.
But they kind of, and then they were like, okay, well, we're not going to be able to ship the PvE on time. Like
still release the 2.
So let's just release the PvP so we can start working on that, and then people can stop having to play out the last version of Overwatch 1, which was Hell on Earth.
Which I did not play.
You did, yeah. You kind of avoided that one. I wish I could say that. And then PvE will come out later, and then a lot of people, really were waiting on that. And then a big thing was like, okay, well, like maybe we're having these issues with Overwatch 2 PvP, but PvE is coming, guys. It's gonna be great. That's the main thing we all want. And then they tried to slip in, like they released like a roadmap of like what updates are going to be coming to the game, and like future events and stuff. Like they talked about season 5 and season 6 of PvP. And that is when they said, yeah, so the main thing you guys have been wanting this whole time, the really cool PvE stuff, we're just not going to do that anymore, because we can't balance doing both the PvP and the PvE thing. So it's just not going to exist in that capacity. We're still going to give you lore, guys, but it's just not what they promised and what they said they were going to do.
It also makes you wonder what they spent the last 4 years fucking doing then.
Yeah. It was in a playable state. Like they showed a lot of things about it. And it's like, what do you mean? And I think it's just like, I don't know. I saw something that was like, yeah, but like the return on investment wasn't going to make enough money or whatever is part of the question about it, or like why people think it happened. And it's like, so yeah, technically, we're still getting story missions, guys, which is true, but like, it's not like they said, we want to do this thing, and then like a year into a development, they said, yeah, that's way too lofty. There's no way we're going to be able to do that. And then backpedaled. No, they said, we're going to do this thing. And then years went by.
They delayed it because they were like, it wasn't a realistic time frame. And then like radio silence, and then said they dropped it. So yeah, you're still getting story, and there's still going to be lore missions and stuff.
and like the PvE that we already knew, that we've already experienced, is apparently still gonna be that. But that's just like shooting robots, just shooting.
Mhm.
Like it's not the replayability or like the whole like standalone. Because in theory, the way they were describing it was like you could love Overwatch and just play the PvE. That could be the whole game that you played.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not how it is going to be anymore. And I do feel like that is kind of the apologist route, saying that.
Mhm.
Not that it's inaccurate, but it is kind of like, yeah, but like you know what where we're talking about, right? Like there's a lot that, like it's a lot that we're not getting anymore,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because I was very excited for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
it sounds unfortunate and bad.
Yeah. So Blizzard, trying to. I think my favorite thing that I saw, I think it was a TikTok. It was like Blizzard Blizzard trying to beat Nintendo on how to do nothing with your billions of dollars.
Nice.
I was like, we're doing jack shit as a company.
Dude, you could make the same argument with Steam.
True. I mean, hey, all I'm saying is that the TF2 devs never failed on their promises. They just haven't done anything for.
They just haven't made any promises in a decade.
Yeah, we haven't heard
Never
any.
made any.
Well, they did do the one tweet where they're like, "We hear you. We love that you love our community, and we're gonna start doing stuff." And then they haven't done anything. But at least they didn't like give us specifics. Yeah. I just kind of want to play a video. I kind of want to like a video game that doesn't fall flat.
Dude.
That'd be nice.
Dude. You know what you should
Yo.
play? Pokemon Crystal. It's a great game. Came out 20 years ago. Pretty solid. No complaints. You know,
Allegedly,
the randomizer gets updates almost too regularly.
Too many updates. Oh my god. Tell a
Dude.
TF2 player you have too many updates.
Dude, they just
How?
added new checks into the randomizer. Now you can get the GS ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. GS ball.
Yeah. Gotta
That's
celebrate.
insane, man.
Or
Matt,
whatever
you
you're
want a community
randomized
that's
to.
still somehow lively?
Yeah.
Doom 2016 multiplayer. I'm just saying. There's
What
enough
the-
people.
There's enough people to fill a lobby most of the time.
Yeah, just the one.
As long as you don't mind playing on European servers.
You know, so only half the time. I think I'm on North American right now.
So,
They switch over.
it's a fun update.
Update.
Slightly before the podcast, we were talking about the trip.
True.
And I said that I was going to email the person asking a couple questions.
Did they actually respond?
And I got a response already.
Yo, goated.
What did I tell you?
So, a couple
I
of
told you they were
interesting
recording.
things here. You ready?
Yeah.
So,
no.
first question that we asked is, do they have water? They said there's not a water spigot at the campground, but there's one at their house. 2, bathroom situation, they have porta potties.
Okay. Base.
3, which I didn't tell you guys I was asking, but I thought of it right before I sent it. You ready for this? This is a big one.
Okay.
There is no internet and cell services spotty.
Yo, let's go.
So we really out there.
We out there, dude. That's what I wanted, man.
Yo,
Well, there you go.
I can't wait to tell my fam, hey, going camping, there's no internet. Also, cell service may be like non-existent. If you don't hear from me, I may or may not be dead, but don't worry.
Don't worry.
If you don't hear from me by like Tuesday, then there's a problem.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm just saying, I got bows, crossbows. We've got weapons.
Dude, we
Yeah.
are prepared for anything.
But also the water situation now is interesting.
So what I would do is we'll just grab like a 24-pack of water bottles.
How about a 48 pack?
Okay,
How about
48-pack, whatever you
how
want to
about
call it.
two 24-packs?
And
All
then
right,
we
you know
just
what?
roll with
Sounds
that.
good to me.
Buy two.
Yeah, I mean, however you want to do it.
And then we harvest ice like they do in Frozen.
There's no ice.
We
All right, so if it's a
we harvest
porta
ice.
potty, we're gonna want to make sure we bring hand sanitizer and toilet papers.
Dude, when I was in Arizona, it was like a porta potty, but it was like made of wood and it was just a hole. It was sick.
Fun.
Have you? Yeah, I've used similar. But I went camping, or not. Oh, actually, I wasn't camping. That was me staying in a. Fuck, what was it called?
Oh, what?
No, it was a cabin on top of a mountain. On top of a mountain, so no internet, cell service, anything, no actual plumbing. The bathroom was like built like a public restroom, but the toilets were holes in the ground.
Okay, Georgie, I have a question. Mr. Tech Man, answer me this.
Yep.
Why is there no cell service when on top of mountain? You are closer to space. No?
Because
Are you not closer to the satellites when you're on a mountain?
Matt?
Why do you
I'm gonna-
have no no service?
Matt,
If
I'm
you
gonna
are closer to
I'm gonna
space.
blow your mind right now. You know our cell phones?
Yes.
You know the signal they get?
Yes.
It doesn't come from a satellite.
Mhm.
It comes from a tower.
Are you not more on level with cell towers on mountain than you are on ground? Cell towers go up high, Georgia. So do mountains.
If there is a cell tower on the mountain, then yes. If there's no cell tower for a couple of miles, then you fucked.
Now, why not? Why don't we just put cell towers in space?
Matt.
Riddle,
Satellite
riddle.
phones exist.
Riddle. So why not use satellite instead of tower?
Because,
Satellite more accessible than tower.
I mean, yeah,
Did-
but we. Have you seen a satellite phone?
No, I have Android.
Oh my.
Did me and Dustin ever tell you guys about the decent amount of our part of our trip where we had no service?
No, maybe not.
So after we got the capital of Kansas, right?
Kansas City.
Not Kansas City, Topeka.
Fuck.
We wanted to go. There was one other stop we wanted to do in Kansas, which was something that we had saw online, and it was the Wizard of Oz Museum. All right.
Well, I mean that's not in Kansas. But
Huh?
she literally says that in the movie.
I know, but anyways,
she's like, we're not in Kansas anymore.
So we're
Yeah.
thinking,
Whatever.
oh, this will be cool. They're gonna have a bunch of like memorabilia from the movie or something.
That dwarf that killed himself.
Yeah, no, that was not what they had.
I'm sorry.
You mean the one in the back of the
Yeah.
in the that you see in the back? He's still there.
God, I'm going to hell.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's okay. I'm playing Doom. I'm preparing for it.
Oh my God.
You'll be fine.
No, so no, instead what it was they had a bunch of like the memorabilia that was sold about the Wizard of Oz. So it was kind of interesting still to see it all. But we left, and our next stop was the capital of Nebraska, which is Lincoln.
I like the president.
And this town that we were in for this museum, I don't know what the population was, but it was tiny. It was a small place. And we didn't have any cell service, which is an issue because we're using our phones to navigate. So we're like, oh, well, let's drive. We know we need to head north. So, let's head north and we'll see if we get service. Now, the good thing is that in case of an emergency, we had gotten this big-ass atlas of the United States that had a bunch of maps of the highway systems in every state. So Dustin was driving and I was reading the atlas. We did not get service until we crossed into Nebraska. Like, over an hour later.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
No, I mean, what surprised me was that was actually the only time we had to use that atlas during the whole trip. Because I thought we were going to have to use it more often. But in hindsight, it makes sense because the way that Google directions work is as long as you have service when you first put in the directions,
You have
you're
the route.
fine.
Yeah.
You have the route. Unless you stray from the route, you'll be fine. And because we're only going to capital cities and these major destinations, everywhere we're putting in directions, we have service. Except for those tiny ass town in Kansas that we decided to visit because they had a museum on the Wizard of Oz.
Nice. We almost doomed our trip to go see the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
We almost got lost in Kansas.
I mean, I think we would have figured it out anyway. I mean, we knew which direction was north.
But you just had to ask one of the 3 locals.
I mean, that would have been a little hard. How do we get to Nebraska when we're over an hour away?
I thought you were going to say that's going to be pretty hard because of the language barrier.
Yeah, they got the accents down there. You never know, bud.
I don't speak Republican. Actually, I think Kansas is a Democrat state, so.
Who even knows?
I don't really know. But yeah. I just remembered that because we were talking about the cell service and stuff.
Speaking of cell service and satellite phones again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Matt, the vape.
Dude, he just sent a picture of what he's allegedly calling a satellite phone. It looks like a vape.
It does.
It's shaped like a vape.
It does look like a vape.
I think you got goofed, my guy.
No, but satellite phones, you got to have a much stronger receiver because your signal is coming from fucking space.
Nice.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Georgia.
If you add that antenna to like my flip phone, then yeah, I can make it a satellite phone.
Is that why phones used to have the thing you could pull out?
I mean, not because it was satellite, but because receivers were a lot weaker.
Okay, riddle me this, tech guy.
Or rather,
a lot of riddles.
Riddle me this, tech guy. I cannot see a cell tower from where I am, but I can see space.
Oh my brother.
Answer me that one.
Did I just hear? Now
I can look up
the sun. What of it?
Yeah, I can see the sun, but I can't see a cell tower from where I am.
Let me get this straight, Matt. Okay, so
Well,
I can see the moon. Okay,
I can't see the sun right now. It's
I can see the moon right now. Okay.
Yes.
But you know what? I can't see you.
Exactly.
So the moon is closer to me than you.
Yep.
It's logic. There's no flaws.
Well, here's the thing. Right now, you know for a fact that the moon is real. You don't know that I'm real right now.
What?
Damn.
You can see the moon for yourself.
I'm a 1-year-old. I have object permanence.
Oh no! So now you're calling me an object, not a person. Wow. Okay.
I mean,
I thought we were past that. I thought we were past that as a society. But
I mean, people are all people are objects, but not all objects are people.
No, all people are considered creatures as according to the player's handbook, unless they're a
And
construct.
creatures are things.
Unless they're a construct, and then they don't get affected by certain spells. Speaking of owning people as property, one thing that we saw when we were doing our adventure, because we went to Amesbury.
You saw
Amesbury.
slavery?
Well, kinda.
Wait,
we went
which
what?
adventure when we were?
when you, me, and Fanning.
In Newport.
When we were going between Newburyport and Amesbury.
I'm nervous.
We drove by this house, and I think about this house a lot. We drove by this house, and it was just like this, like really just boxy, like really big, but like really like boxy, like white house, like on its own in the middle of like kind of on its own, like kind of on a hill. It looked like the house that the like a plantation owner would live in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like that's the house that George Washington's parents lived in, probably. Like it looked, my ancestors were telling me to be scared of that house when we drove by. I saw it and I'm like,
where the masters live.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the house looked like. And I was telling George and Fanning, I'm like, dude, I'm scared of that house right now. It freaks me out. I was like, they told me to leave.
To ease your fears, I'm pretty sure plantations weren't really a thing in Massachusetts.
All I was saying, man, maybe they imported it. I don't know.
You never know.
And I want to go back and take a picture of it so I can prove that I'm not crazy.
I didn't see it because I was driving, but
True.
I could feel the fear in Matt's voice.
What I want is that I want to go to that house and see. I want to go to that house and see the people that live there, and then just see like
ask them if they ever own slaves.
Well, what I want to see is I go there and it's just like an African American family living there, and I can go, yeah, damn right, taking back what's ours.
Taking back what's ours.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Like we won.
Matt's like respect.
Hell yeah. But it was freaky, man. It was a freaky house.
Yeah, apparently very freaky.
It was a freaky house, and I don't know. It's just the fact that it was in the middle. It looked like it was in the middle, like from where I could look. Just looking at it, it was the only house you could see, and it was pretty tall. It must have been like 3 stories high, and it was like the architecture was all weird. It just kind of perfectly like formed this like image, and I'm like, that's terrifying. I want to know the history of that house, but we just drove by it. We didn't get to stop at all. We didn't get to stop and see the sights.
Didn't get to stop and see the slave house.
No, I wanted to see it, man. I want to know more about it. You see, that's the thing about driving, man. You can't stop. You can't stop and just see the world around you.
Dude, there was one time. So when me and Dustin were driving, we would see like these billboard signs on the side of like the highway, basically. And we saw several of these. Not like billboards in that you can read them like as you're driving, but like clearly something was there. And finally, at one of them, I was like, you know what? I need to know what these are about. And I pulled over on the side of the route. Mind you, this is a road where you're going like 50. And I pull over, and I'm like, we're gonna
swerves from the left lane.
we're gonna find out what the deal is here. And it was like a notice that this was like a protected area for wild horses or something.
And you're like, oh shit, we just hit a horse like 20 minutes ago. Oh no. They're coming for us.
Dude, I swerved into that horse.
You did it
Bitch had it coming. Bitch had it coming.
Rob was like, fuck these horses. What do they think they are?
They're like,
oh, damn.
Well, obviously, you basically what happens is your car.
Hey, this bitch.
Your car connects with the horse, right? And then it has to run the calculation of what has more horsepower. And the horse obviously is at 1. So it doesn't beat whatever the car is. And then it loses the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how cars work, right? Horsepower.
Oh, okay. So I want to give an update on something, but I want to fill George in first because he probably doesn't know what I'm talking about. I discovered this YouTube thing last week, Georgia,
Yep.
where there's this guy who is running from the southern tip of Africa to the northern tip.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. And he's been putting out YouTube updates. He does like 2 a week. And he just made it out of South Africa. Here's where it gets interesting, okay? So he has a Patreon to help fund this. And I was telling Matt about how one of the tiers is like for $300 something. You can get your name or something printed on the side of the van.
Yep.
And I jokingly said I was gonna do it. It's not a joke anymore.
Oh.
Wait, you did it?
I spent $300 something.
No.
Yeah,
You didn't.
I did,
Bruh.
but not for the last podcast. I did, but yeah, I did.
What'd you do? Rob the gamer?
That I haven't heard from him because when I did it, it was about 10 o'clock for them.
Man just took your money and left.
I mean, no, man's literally in the middle of the desert in Namibia.
And you thought it'd be a good idea to give him $300.
Well, to be specific, let me see here. Let me see here. How much money was it? Let's see.
You also, you know, you
374.
it's not, and you didn't do like a monthly thing, right?
Well, it's currently set up to be a monthly thing, but I'm probably not going to do it every month.
I'd hope not. What does he?
No.
He doesn't. Do they take the name off after they
Yeah,
rent your space?
Yeah,
out?
they do.
Wait.
Because yeah, no, I can't afford to do that every month. No.
They take your name off.
Yeah. I'll probably drop down to the next lowest tier, which, mind you, the next lowest tier after $374 is $32. Matt, there's 2 tiers higher than what I did, all right?
I just want to say
hang on.
that
You're gonna have to tell me.
I
this
just
again.
want. He's getting his name on the side of this guy's truck for a month
as he drives through Africa. It's great. I'm building up my African audience, all right?
Yeah, all of the people in Southern Africa that are watching Pokemon Crystal speedruns. Dude, but okay, no. What's pissing me off is between him getting his name on the side of a van for a month and for a copy of Gale of Darkness that he isn't getting, he could have bought the camera lens I want, and that would have lasted more than a month.
God damn.
I'm out here. Oh my god, I'm out here trying to budget this shit, and this guy's just buying nothing and next to nothing. Oh my god!
Quite literally nothing.
You better get like a 4K resolution photo of your name on the side of this guy's truck and have it framed for how much you're putting into it.
Well, I mean, in theory, it's gonna show up on the YouTube videos. So.
Oh, I'm gonna get a screenshot of the YouTube video.
No, but like the guy's getting hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at that guy that put his name on it. That's cool." Is there at least something that says like Twitch.tv?
I don't know if I can do that. If I can, I'm going to, but I need to talk to the guy.
$300, he fucking better.
Because I need to talk to the guy.
If it just says Rob the Gamer 115, that's not gonna divert any. You get to be Twitch. Can you make it like a QR code? That would be sick. Can you get it to be a QR code to your Twitch?
Probably not.
Come on, they can print out a QR code and stick it on there like a bumper sticker, and then
I think
it lasts forever. Kinda, as long as the video stays up, people will see the There are people that have made like that. You know, people see QR codes. Sometimes their just instinct is just to do it.
Rob, if you want, I will put your name on a sticker on my car for $10.
for $10 for how long?
Until the
Sticker falls off.
Yeah, until it like washes off, I guess.
I'll think about it. Are you driving around Africa?
I mean, if Peggy suddenly
Matt,
becomes a
I'd like
submarine,
to think that this makes up for me failing the quiz I did a while ago.
What? What?
what?
I'm folding my African audience.
That's not.
That's where I thought he was going, but I was hoping he was not going there.
That's not equivalent at all. I need Dustin here so badly. I miss Dustin so much.
Dustin's gonna hear this, and I'm gonna hear all about it next week. All right.
I miss Dustin so much. He needs to be here for this. This is the stupidest thing Rob's ever done.
Rob.
Oh my god, no!
Trust me, I've done stupider.
No, I don't think you have. I don't think you have.
Rob, I don't know. I feel like this is up there.
I also said that as a joke, obviously. So.
I mean, based as fuck.
I know.
Sure. Yeah, okay, but like.
But just to be clear, me spending the 374 is not a joke.
I can't believe that's what I'm saying, man. I ignored the other thing you said. I ignored that. I'm not talking about.
Okay? Here's why I did it, because
you could have got an ad in the local paper from us.
Or you could have bought a fucking 4060.
You guys are focusing more on the fact of, oh, you spend $374 for the worst advertising campaign ever. I didn't do this for the advertising. I did this because I think this is an actually epic undertaking, and I want to help fund it.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that.
I mean, so know from experience with talking to me, that like I love doing huge trips like this. I just did the cross-country one. I'm currently planning a cross-Europe trip for next summer. I mean, I want to do my own trip around Africa at some point, probably. So, if I'm in a position to be able to help this guy pull this off, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Rob,
you can do whatever. Rob, you do whatever makes your heart happy.
So what I'm saying that is, if you want me to pay for your $550 camera lens, then do something epic.
Dude, I could be so epic. I'll teach Georgia to do a kickflip, and I'll take a picture of it. That's pretty epic.
You know what, Matt? I'll make you a deal right now. You ready?
Georgia,
I'll buy your camera lens. All I have to do is get your license.
Fuck that, dude. It's not happening. I'd rather just buy it myself.
Bro, that's so much more than $550.
What if I get my license?
Not buy a car.
What if I drive? Instead of driving through Africa, or I drive into a building and I jump out at the last second.
I mean, don't,
because I can do that. Because
attack.
No terrorist attack. It's not politically motivated.
Don't hurt people.
It'll be an empty building.
Abandoned building?
Yeah.
Better yet, make it a Republican building. Especially one that's anti-LGBT.
What do you mean
Well, then that's politically motivated.
Oh,
then it's a terrorist attack.
All right, wait. Do we need to cut this because I'm talking about endorsing terrorism? Shit.
In Minecraft. In
In
Minecraft.
Minecraft. In
In
Minecraft.
Minecraft. In Minecraft. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In
Definitely.
Minecraft.
Yep.
In Pixelmon. Minecraft Pixelmon mod.
Dude, Pixelmon's fun.
Bro.
Can't
All
wait
I'm
to be
saying
friends
is,
with
if
the
Matt teaches
guy.
me how to kickflip, I feel like that's worth $550.
I
No.
think that's worth $550. If George does a kickflip, how sick would that be?
I mean, would it be sick? Yes. Is it worth $550 of my dollars? No.
I think so. I'm really bad on skateboards.
I will frame it for you.
You'll frame what for me?
The picture.
A picture of what?
Him doing a kickflip.
Oh my god.
I will take
Oh,
that
yeah.
picture and put it on my car and drive around.
Hmm.
I will send that picture to everyone in South Africa. Every single person. Is that cool? And then imagine George just becomes a local legend.
For
Because
doing
he-
a kickflip.
I'm gonna be
For
a
doing a
local
kickflip.
legend in Angola.
Where is Angola?
In Africa.
Yes,
What?
Robert Stucker.
Where is Angola?
Southwest Africa.
Huge. Okay. Is that on GeoGuessr?
No.
Georgia, not Georgia. Rob, I want you to know I fully support if it makes you happy, I fully
Yeah.
support anything you do.
Same.
Oh, don't support anything I do. That's not great.
No, I support if it makes you happy. I
If it
support
makes you
anything
happy
do.
and doesn't cause me bodily harm, then yes.
If it makes you happy and it causes George's bodily harm, I will still support you.
Oh, nice of you.
All right,
Yep.
fair enough. I can live
Yeah.
with that.
If it makes you happy. No
Hmm.
matter how I may not understand it,
No matter how
But
much
you know-
physical pain it causes me.
not how much physical or mental or emotional or spiritual pain it causes me or Georgia or Dustin.
Wait,
Rest his soul.
I'm fine with all of it except the spiritual pain.
You don't want spiritual pain?
Nah. I feel
What
like
about legal pain?
I can live with that.
I mean,
Spiritual
lawyer.
pain is like, I don't know. I feel like it's like eternal damnation for my soul in hell or some shit.
Hmm.
You got it. No, you're good. No, you're going. No, you're. Dude, next podcast is gonna be in hell.
No, next podcast is going to be in Maine.
Same thing. Same thing if you're a lobster.
Hmm. If you say so.
You're right.
Dude, once. Okay. Doom game,
Yeah.
but it's Maine, and the lobsters are uprising.
Hmm.
They're sick of. They're sick of being. They heard about the recently successful revolution in Australia.
I really thought you were going to say they heard about the recently successful Lads Am podcast.
Well, no, we're gonna spread the word.
Okay.
You see, they're gonna try to take down their communication,
Mhm.
and we as the Lads Am podcast will be a vessel for the communication of the lobsters. That's why we're going out there. We're gonna go.
okay.
We're gonna go talk negotiations. We're gonna get on national public radio once the lobsters take over.
Mhm.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay. I believe you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I titled an episode of the podcast. We kicked Dustin off the podcast.
Yeah.
And it got like 60 something views.
Yeah.
Yo, I
let's
saw
go.
that.
Apparently, Dustin was the problem. We knew it.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I then titled the next week's episode, Rob leaves the podcast.
Oh yeah. Wait, why?
Because you left for a little bit at the end.
Oh, okay.
And we're back to our regular amount of views.
Yeah, see? People love me.
But no one. But no. Interesting.
Rob
It's
left
an
the
interesting.
podcast. Oh no, why would I watch now?
Maybe. Or or I was thinking maybe the alternative is people. We said we kicked Dustin off the podcast. We were like, no, why? And then they clicked to figure out. And we said Rob leaves the podcast, and they're like, whatever.
Nah, I like my version better.
I
think
guess
my
we'll have to
version is
see.
more accurate. So what's this one going to be? We kick George off?
Brr. I'm just here as a guest.
Or
No,
actually, hey, George.
Mm.
I think it's time we kick Matt off.
Yo. Who's gonna edit the video?
All right, Matt, you're back on.
Yeah, job security, boys.
I could edit an episode of the podcast.
You said that before.
It wouldn't come out great, but like I could do it.
I can already see the Windows Movie Maker.
I mean,
good luck. Good luck using the multiple. Good luck using all the audio tracks in Windows Movie Maker.
you can do that in Movie Maker. I've done it before. I mean, you're all right. I would absolutely be using Movie Maker, but like,
what's the process? Explain to me the
the
process. Yeah, what do you do?
process of what?
What do you do when you take everything, all of the assets for the podcast? How do you put it together?
All right. Okay. First thing you got to do is sync up all the audio to the video.
Yep. How do you do that?
So the video recording has the mic audio on it. So the first thing you need to do is sync that up with whoever's Discord audio was on the mic. Does that make sense?
And you're just gonna we don't like clap sync or anything, so you're just gonna do it raw. Just gonna do it by ear.
I mean, you're gonna have to. We don't do a clap sync, like you said. So yeah, do that.
Okay.
Then from there, based on Craig's numbers or whatever, you sync up all the other Discord audio tracks.
Sure.
Once it's all good there, then all you have to do is trim a little at the beginning, trim a little at the end to get the episode good. Add in the intro, balance audio. If we need to censor something, censor it. If we need to cut something, cut it, and otherwise you're good to go. Boom, done.
Yep, the video just how it is.
I mean, yeah.
Yo, Matt, let me explain to you my process.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Did I leave something out?
I'm just saying. I got job security, my guy.
Did I leave something out? I thought I did a pretty fucking good job.
Yo, let me tell you what I would do.
Do you want me to tell?
No.
Actually, no. Okay, wait. Okay, let's see what Georgia does.
All right, so fuck if I know anything about making videos. You know, all those sound files. So I'm gonna be like, bro, let's just slap that onto like Audacity or something, make it a one file. So when I use Windows Movie Maker for the first time in my life, I can be like, okay, I have less to work with. So
okay,
boom.
So you're gonna completely negate the reason that we use Craig at all. Okay.
Dude, he's already starting off.
You're gonna double export the audio. You're gonna assumably balance the audio in Audacity, which could be done, and then you're gonna export it, and then you're gonna export it again when you export it from Windows Movie Maker. Okay, we're exporting it twice. That's
and then I'm gonna compress the fuck out of it.
All right,
times.
Yeah. We're gonna add some cool filters on it.
Yep, I'm gonna make Rob sound like a Muppet.
Okay. All right, I dig it.
And then I'm gonna take what I have in Windows Movie Maker, move it over to fucking Apple Movie Maker, whatever the fuck it's called.
iMovie. Okay.
Yeah, on iMovie using my virtual machine. Just cause.
Can you transfer files between? I guess so.
Yes,
Okay.
I can copy and paste from one virtual machine to another if I want.
Okay. So we're using 2 different operating systems to get the episode of the podcast done. Okay, I dig
Yep.
it.
I'm gonna
All
move
right.
everything to Linux, upload it, just cause
What are you editing on Linux with?
nothing. Just for the upload.
Oh, okay, just to upload to YouTube. Okay. And then that's it.
And I'm gonna spend $5 on Fiverr and be like, yo, someone put this together for me.
Dude, I really thought you were gonna end that by being like, and I'm gonna send you a message, man, and be like, "Can you do this?"
Can you do this for me?
What did I leave out, Matt?
I've done a decent amount of stuff, man.
What did I leave out? What?
Well, let's see. Let's start from the end and go backwards, shall we?
Sure.
You did not mention at all about exporting an audio only version for Spotify and other.
Oh yeah,
podcasting
sorry, I
sites.
didn't think I needed to specify. Fine. At the end, you export the audio only version and the video version. You upload them to YouTube and Spotify and wherever.
Okay.
I mean, I thought that was a given. Sorry, I
but,
was
I
talking
mean,
about the editing.
Okay. You did not say anything about and also in the same vein, you didn't say anything about a thumbnail or doing anything for that.
Alright.
You didn't do the overlay for the podcast that we have.
Because I feel like that was a given.
Given, I say, tell me the process. I'm like, okay, Rob, what's your process for making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Well, you can just make the same. Well, I thought the bread was just a given. You take the peanut butter and the jelly and you put it together, and I'm like, Rob, where's the bread?
Dude,
and you're like, I thought the bread was a given.
Dude, did you ever do that activity with people?
Make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? No, that's typically a solo activity. I can't do that on my own.
Have you never heard about that as an actual thing?
What?
So
No,
it's an
I've
actual no. So this is an actual like leadership training thing where you tell people, you say, okay, write down in detailed directions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then you literally follow their instructions word for word to a T. And the point is to show, you have to be very careful giving directions. You can't just assume someone knows what you're talking about. Because like, for example, they're like, all right, get bread out of the thing. They'll just rip open the loaf of bread because you didn't specify. Put peanut butter on the bread. Like, I did this with my boss where she did it. And someone was like, put peanut butter on the bread. So she like took a knife, jabbed it into the side of the peanut butter container, put her fingers in, got a scoop full of peanut butter, smacked it onto a slice of bread.
Just plaster it onto the.
Pretty much.
Like,
they didn't specify anything with a knife.
What? I would just like reach into the peanut butter and just plaster it on the side of the plastic wrap that's still wrapping the bread because they never told me to take the bread out.
Right.
I was gonna say
you do shit like that, exactly.
I was gonna grab the knife, take the peanut butter, and slather it on the rim of the bread.
The rim? The crust?
The crust. Fucking that's the word I'm looking for.
The skin.
The rim of the bread.
Do you guys like skin on your bread, or do you like to take the skin out? Do you peel the skin off your bread?
I'm more of a muscle guy myself.
You like the dark. Oh, you like the dark meat part of the bread.
Yeah.
The dark part of the bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Yeah. No, that's what I did. If I didn't care, I would just do this I would edit the podcast exactly the way Rob did and just see how it comes out. I'm not gonna do that.